welcome to TWF NXT. I am Gene Okerlund, here with Elsa and with Taz. And today on NXT, we're going to see, and today on NXT, we're going to see Godzilla and Drew McIntyre take on Seth Rollins and Diva Talks here on NXT. Now let's go to it. Well, first we have Diva Talks and Seth Rollins. First off, Diva Talk says, me and Seth Rollins shouldn't even be in this fight. Since I am still the overseer, I don't think this fight should happen. And sadly, it looks like that Xena didn't call it off. I thought my sister-in-law Xena would call this fight off, but I guess she has not. Which is truly sad, because I thought she would have called this fight off by now. And I'll tell you right now, Seth Rollins says, Godzilla, Drew McIntyre, there is no way that you two are going to beat us. As you know, I have my friends with me. And my friends are going to make sure that Drew McIntyre and Godzilla don't walk out. Don't walk out of this fight. So this is the way that it's going to be. So at this time, I would like to call out my friends, James Storm, AOP, Razor, and Akam, to be with me, to help me be a winner. Yeah, to help us win. Yeah, Diva Talk says, we can just input onto this fight. Have them all around ringside to help. Nope, that's not gonna happen. Hold on, who is that? That's Triple H, the Underland leader. I'll tell you right now, Diva Talks and Seth Rollins, if you think that your friends, if you think, Diva Talks and Seth Rollins, that you're going to have AOP and James Storm in this fight, that's not happening. I am not letting them be in this fight. I have talked with Godzilla, and we're going to have a outstanding fight lord or fight overseer for this fight, and he's going to be Ashley Williams. Well, we just heard from the Underland leader, Triple H, or Hunter Hearst Helmsley, say that Seth Rollins' friends are not allowed to be at ringside for this fight, Gene Okerlund said. Oh, that's sad, Taz said. That truly is sad. That Seth Rollins can't have his friends, his followers, his worshippers around ringside. Taz said, well, I'll tell you right now, Elsa says, it's a good thing. It'll make this fight even on both sides then. And coming to the ring, he is a TWF heavyweight winner, Drew McIntyre, and he is the king of the fiends, Godzilla. Which wakefulness just makes him fall over. And it was Godzilla that put this fight up, and this is for the TWF heavyweight winnings. So keep in mind that if Godzilla and Drew McIntyre do not win this fight, if Seth Rollins and Diva Talks wins, and Seth Rollins becomes the TWF heavyweight winner. any one of these two win. And if Godzilla or Drew McIntyre wins, Drew McIntyre keeps his TWF heavyweight winnings. So, wait. Oh! Get on with this fight. And Godzilla is just bringing everyone down here. Ding ding ding. Well, Ashley Williams at least fell down at least 2 times in this fight. Elsa says wakefulness isn't going to be his friend. And I hate to say this, but what kind of fight overseer is he going to be if he can't stand up all the time? I don't know. Taz says probably not a good one. And right now Seth Rollins going right after Drew McIntyre. It was Godzilla that put this fight together with Drew McIntyre and him fighting Divatox and Seth Rollins. We saw that on Explosion. And Seth Rollins, Claymore kick. And now Seth Rollins right now is in a hang up right now. And and Drew McIntyre just took him down. Drew McIntyre tags in Godzilla now. And now Godzilla's in the ring now. Gene Okerlund says, Seth Rollins just tagged in Divatox. This is not really good, Gene Okerlund said. No, it's not good. Taz says, Divatox has never been a wrestler, even though she is a former world heavyweight winner, even though she has won the TWF Hard Needs winnings many times. She was never truly a wrestler or fighter, Taz says. You're right, Elsa says. Is Godzilla going to take it smooth on her? Oh no! Godzilla's not taking it smooth on her at all. And he's the land leader, Taz says. You would think that he's wrestling one of his workers, one of his hirelings, one of his underlings. Well, I guess Godzilla doesn't care, Taz says. That's why I think he's probably the worstest, one of the baddest land leaders we ever had, Taz says. How can you say that, Elsa says? I mean, all we had was Gabrielle and Steve Austin and Angel and Aladdin and Ric Flair and Triple H or Hunter Townsley. So how can you say that? Seth Rollins has had enough. Divatox right now just told Seth Rollins get the winnings in. And Ashley Williams said, nope, you can't have it in there. Well, Ashley Williams got the winnings out. Divatox just hit Godzilla. And now she's just teaming in right now. Seth Rollins tried to curb stomp Godzilla, but Godzilla got away and just tagged in. Drew McIntyre, Claymore kick. This one is done. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner. And still the TWF heavyweight winner, Drew McIntyre. And Drew McIntyre is still the TWF heavyweight winner. Here are your winners, Godzilla, and the TWF heavyweight winner, Drew McIntyre. Who can't even stand up right now. Drew McIntyre and Godzilla have beat Seth Rollins and Divatox here on NXT, Gene Okerlund said. This was truly a good fight, do you think? Yeah, I actually do think it was a good fight, Elsa says. I actually do like it. Well, you can see that Godzilla and Drew McIntyre and Godzilla beat Seth Rollins and Divatox here on NXT. I actually thought it was a good fight. Gene Okerlund said, yes, it was a good fight, Elsa says. I liked it. I thought they did a good job. But at the end, I'm happy that Godzilla and Drew McIntyre beat Seth Rollins and Divatox. Yeah, you would be, said Elsa. Yeah, you would be, Taz said. You would be happy about that. I can't believe that Seth Rollins and Diva Talks didn't beat Godzilla and Drew McIntyre here in NXT. This is just sad. Well, I understand now that Jim Ross now is going to be talking. We're not going to have Jim Ross, if I can get him. Drew McIntyre can't stand in the ring anymore. Come on. Alright, we got Jim Ross is going to be talking with Drew McIntyre and Godzilla now. Drew McIntyre, Godzilla, good job. You both beat Seth Rollins and you beat Diva Talk. So Drew McIntyre, what's for next? What's next for me, Jim Ross, is whoever wins Gal in the Box is going to have to do with me. And I don't know who's going to win Gal in the Box. Either it's going to be Buzz Lightyear, Chung-Li, Queen Helena Pena, Dennis Rodman, Apollo Crews, or Ashley Williams, or CM Punk. Whoever's going to win that, I don't know. But, you know, at the end of the day, I still say it was a good thing, and I told everyone how I could beat Seth Rollins and how I could beat Diva Talks. Godzilla, you got something to say. Yeah, well, me and Drew McIntyre, we beat Diva Talks, and we beat Seth Rollins. And I showed, or actually we showed, that whatever we just showed, we're a good team. And at the end of the day, I knew that Drew McIntyre was the right man to be the TWF heavyweight winner. After I saw how he took care of Seth Rollins and Diva Talks here on NXT. Alright, that was my talk with... Hat came off. That was my talk with Drew McIntyre and Seth and Godzilla. Back to you, Gene Okerlund. Alright, thank you, Jim Ross, Gene Okerlund says. And once again, I'm so happy that Drew McIntyre and Godzilla beat Seth Rollins and Diva Talks here on NXT. Good fight, but at the end, the good team won. You're right, Elsa says. The good team did win, Gene Okerlund. The good team did win this time on NXT, and Diva Talks and Seth Rollins have no one to blame except themselves for their loss. Who says they're blaming anyone, Taz says. If I know Seth Rollins, he's going to get back into the fight against Drew McIntyre. If I know Seth Rollins, he's going to have James Storm and AOP beat down on Drew McIntyre and Godzilla. No one shames him like that. No one's going to shame Diva Talks like that. She's one of our bosses. And no one's going to shame Seth Rollins. He's our leader. Well, you can believe what you want, I guess, Taz. Well, it's all the time we got here for TWF NXT. I am Gene Okerlund for Elsa and Taz. We hope you like NXT, and we'll see you tomorrow for Dynamite.